Anyone out there with sleep issues, this video is made with you in mind. This episode of Health Hackers is all about the Zeez Sleep Pebble, a device designed to help you sleep by influencing your brainwaves. It goes under your pillow and apparently emits very low-level electric pulses that nudge your brain into a sleep state. Now, I don't actually have any significant sleep issues. Occasionally, it might take me a while to nod off, but I'm told the Zeez could help me to drop off more quickly and put me into a deeper state of sleep because of the way it apparently trains the brain. Only a relatively small number of these devices exist right now, and according to results of tests carried out by Zeez, 79% of users reported significant and substantial improvements. They fell asleep faster, woke less at night, and had more daytime energy. The Zeez was thought up by McKay, an ex-insomniac and former international lawyer turned entrepreneur. We filmed her interview at a studio in London.
Okay, nothing's... Oh, that's it. Oh my God.
We did it. Hey! I also got to meet a Zeez user, Michele, who says the Sleep Pebble has been life-changing.
No, I'm saying it because it's absolutely true, and I'm not saying it because Anna is my friend. It truly, truly changed my life. And really.
If you come and sit down here. Yeah?
Yeah.
Great, are you ready to have a chat?
Yes.
How does the Zeez Sleep Pebble train our brain to sleep better?
Okay, so what we do is we pulse out different signals at different times of the night. So we start off with relaxation signals, then a deep relaxation, a heartbeat signal, and when it's time for deep sleep, we pulse out a deep sleep signal. That's what the device does. Our brain picks up on those very low power signals, and because we've made the signals so precise, tends to follow them. So for people who respond to the Zeez, that's about 80% of people, they'll follow the pattern that the Zeez is pulsing out. May take a little time, could take anything from a few days to a few weeks, but they'll start to follow that pattern. And as that pattern becomes habitual, so it's more likely that they will follow that pattern even if they're not using the Zeez, than follow the old pattern of too fast brain activity that goes with poor sleep. So for some people, they'll start to respond literally from the first night. That's a minority of people, but it happens. It happens in about 20% of people. Other people may take up to 6 weeks. The vast majority of people, it's about a week to 10 days before they're responding to the signals that the Zeez gives out and sleeping much, much better.
By the way, if you have a sleep problem, you're in good company. 1 in 3 people in the UK are affected by insomnia. The first 3 nights that I used it, I found that I woke up earlier than normal, before 6 a.m. in fact, but felt too awake to go back to sleep.
The Zeez actually runs for 6 3/4 hours. It takes you through 4 sleep cycles. I'm guessing that for you, it had gone through its whole cycle, its whole 6 3/4 hours, but that was less than you normally slept. Am I right? Right. So what tends to happen is that if you have 4 sleep cycles with really good quality deep sleep, that may be enough. We've actually put in a 100-minute sleep cycle for the first one, and then 3 90 minutes, and then a bit of relaxation, hence the 6 3/4 hours.
I'm just going to butt in here with a quick update for you. I have now been using the Zeez for roughly 2 weeks, so halfway through my 1-month trial, and I feel like I've seen a pattern emerging. In the main, I'm waking up earlier and feeling refreshed. So if I'm getting less sleep, I'm still feeling good on it. If that means that I'm getting a better quality, perhaps deeper sleep in less time, I'm happy with that.
So for some people, when they start using the Zeez, they find after a couple of days that they're dreaming more, or dreaming more vividly,
I have been dreaming a little bit more vividly.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to say whether it's because of the Zeez, but I feel like I've had some weird dreams.
Okay. So what happens is that we start to catch up on deep sleep, and then we can find that our REM sleep, during which we dream the kind of dreams that are stories, also increases. And I think what that is it's the body catching up on dreaming and processing that it hasn't done.
About the dreams. I'm still having vivid dreams after 13 nights of using the Zeez, but if that indicates that I'm just getting more REM sleep, then I'm happy to see those weird dreams as a sign that my brain is just catching up on some mental processing. These little signals that it emits, are they harmful in any way?
So if I compare it with a phone, for example, of course there are questions as to whether a phone is safe.
In terms of the EMF
Exactly.
signals.
So if we look at the magnetic power of a phone, a smartphone, it's between about 150 and 500 microteslas. We are trying to match the brain, and we have created a field that's 3 microteslas. So it's massively less powerful than your phone. And of course, you're not using it right next to your head. You're using it under 1 or 2 pillows generally.
Anna, how long do you think I should keep using the Zeez for?
I think you should keep using it for 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, I'm moving to America in
yes.
just over 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, you should take it with you.
Welcome aboard my flight from London to San Francisco. My husband and I are moving to America, and I'm taking the Sleep Pebble with me to see if it helps me have a nap on the plane. Have you had any reports at all of negative side effects?
If people leave on some powerful electronic equipment, the chances are it will disturb both the Zeez and their sleep. In that case, we can have people having nightmares. We've had a few people who have had headaches, especially when they've begun to use the Zeez. So interestingly, all of them except for one decided to continue using the Zeez even though they got slight headaches. What they found was that the headaches disappeared after a few days.
Do you want to come over?
Yes.
Smile, ladies.
Anna had noticed my always endless state of tiredness, of exhaustion, really. And as you were developing the Zeez, you said, well, why don't you try it? I think after only a few days, for me, I've got a feeling of between 3 and 5 days, I notice the difference. I really notice. The first thing is that one morning I found myself jumping out of bed, literally, physically, with energy, which I had never done for many years. Because you were also a great source of information. So I started switching off all my devices, which I had not done, closing the curtains, and taking magnesium at the time, okay. And then I realized that I was not sleeping as many long hours. I did not seem to need long hours. But I was very conscious that my sleep, I don't know where the consciousness was, had a velvety quality to it. A sort of something really delicious. Also, what I like waking up in the middle of the night once I had my sleep and being a bit busy, my brain being busy for 2 hours and then going back to sleep. And I'm not sure I could do that without a bit a nudge from I feel the Zeez is not doing it. It's nudging my brain to do it. It's very different. It nudged me to, okay, go back.
I don't think Michele remembers, but she was a little bit resistant to trying the Zeez to begin with. And it wasn't until I spent a weekend with you. We actually went to Champneys together and we shared a room.
Oh, okay.
And I was absolutely horrified by how awful Michele's sleep was. That you had the light on, that you were getting up in the night, that you were tired. I could see you over the whole weekend being really tired. And it shocked me.
Now that you're reminding me that, when I said I slept long hours, I did not. I stayed in bed a long time. But I probably never caught some sleep. I stayed in bed a long time, thinking I need to sleep. And then I would get up, as you said, my sleep was all the time interrupted. I don't think I grabbed
You weren't sleeping deeply?
No, I don't think I was.
it's been a few months since we moved here. I now have my work authorization, so I can officially finish and publish this video while I'm at home under the shelter-in-place order because of the coronavirus pandemic. Now remember, I tried out the Zeez Sleep Pebble for a month, and across that month I slept in one house, 3 hotels, an Airbnb, and I snoozed on a plane, all while using the Zeez. But I kept notes, and here are my likes and dislikes. Let's begin with the likes. The first 2 weeks were impressive. I felt like I really developed a pattern of sleeping less but feeling good on it. The device is easy to use, there is one button, and it's super lightweight. I like the idea that those weird vivid dreams I was having were just me catching up on REM sleep. Google REM sleep for more on that. Now for my dislikes. I don't think the Zeez Sleep Pebble helped me to drop off to sleep more quickly, but I didn't actually have a really big issue with that to begin with anyway. Secondly, after those first 2 weeks when I developed that nice pattern, I felt like I lost it. It may have been because we were beginning our preparations to move to America, things were becoming generally a bit disruptive, travel, hotels, etc. This next point may just be personal to me, but I like to sleep mostly without a pillow, and you can't lie flat on the Zeez Pebble. So I was having to prop it up so that it would face my head, which is fine. But Anna showed me that there's a new version of the Zeez which is actually completely flat. So that might work better for people like me. And finally, I found the green light on the Zeez Pebble to be too bright in the dark. But when Anna explained to me that apparently it's not the kind of light that stimulates your brain and keeps you awake, it stopped bothering me after that. Some important things left to say before I go. The Zeez is not a medical device. I'm not a doctor, neither is Anna, so please don't consider any of the information in this video medical advice. Speak to your own doctors. And if you're thinking about getting a Zeez, check out the summary text that goes with this video for details about a HealthHackers discount. And let me know how you get on, I'd be really interested to hear. So that's it, bye-bye.